Super Bowl, big dog. I mean, the people got what they want, man.
For sure.
Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes, the perceived GOAT versus the up-and-coming GOAT, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You know, people got different opinions on that. I mean, you can't deny he's the best thing we've seen in our lifetime.
For sure.
At least the start of his career. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, all things can happen. You get pull up Patrick Willis, get pull up Calvin Johnson.
You pull up Barry Sanders. Play for Ted to be done.
People got what they want.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for nothing better. I mean, really the story writes itself. Can Brady finish his conquest of having a championship year without Bill Belichick? I mean, like I've told you before, and now I'll say it officially on record. To me, Tom Brady don't have nothing to prove. He can lose this Super Bowl by 50.
For sure.
And he's still gonna be the greatest. I mean, he got there.
Yeah. To me, it really this year cemented his greatness, bro. Like, even though he did have a bad second half to the NFC Championship game, this man literally went to a whole nother conference and in the first year took his team to the Super Bowl. I mean, you can't really ask much more than that, man.
And before people say, oh, well, he played for a stacked team. Okay, context matters. And that will be a theme with this show. Context matters. Like, you can't just say one thing. You got to tell me why. All right? Yeah. Like, you say the Bucs, let's say you, I'm just generally speaking. Mm-hmm. You say the Bucs is a stacked team. Okay, why are they a stacked team? You say Antonio Brown. What has Antonio Brown done since the Steelers besides steal the headlines? Low-key people forgot he played for the Bucs. He didn't even play in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Gronk ain't played football in 2 years.
But Pro Football Focus rated Mike Evans and Chris Godwin the best duo in the league before the season started.
I feel that, but what do your eyes tell you?
My eyes tell me he went to a way better team than the Patriots.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, shit, me and you together a better team than the Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
he ain't go to a team that was devoid of talent, though.
Nah, for
That's
sure.
for sure.
For sure. Like, they wasn't bums. It's just their coaching, the culture. Well, the culture, period. On top of having Jameis Winston as a lost quarterback. I ain't gonna say a terrible quarterback. He was just lost.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looked bad. But he still threw, even though he threw 30 picks, he still threw 30 touchdowns.
5,000 yards.
5,000 yards.
5,000.
You understand?
Forget.
How about Scottie Miller, though? You hear he trying to challenge Tyreek Hill to a race?
Man, I don't even want to go there,
boy.
Hey,
boy. Super Bowl. What you?
First, let's start off with let's go. You know, Tampa Bay offense versus Kansas City defense. What's the matchup? You know.
Kansas City's defense is definitely not the greatest defense you ever seen in your life. Not even remotely close. Honestly, they're not even better than the Bears defense 2 years ago.
They're gonna have to stop the run.
Well, the thing about them, they bend. But at the last minutes, like at the key minutes during the game, they always end up coming together, and it ends up looking like a world-renowned defense, even though the whole game has actually been kind of lackluster.
Yeah. To me, it just really all comes down to how much can they stop the run. Because really, like, why they were so good in the first half against Green Bay, that play action was going, bro. Fournette, he was running the ball good. That spin move, juke. I like, damn, why ain't seen this out of 4 minutes since Jaguar days, boy? And then bowling to the end zone. I like, bet.
I ain't seen this since LSU.
Bro, you take that, and then I bet. Now, it don't even matter if we can run the ball anymore this half at least.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the threat is there, so the play action, boom, hitting them, You know what I'm saying? It's just that at the end of the day, Tom Brady just looked a little shaky in the second half. Because, you know what I'm saying? It was working. It was still working. Missed one dude open up here. Missed another dude, threw a bad interception. It's like, ooh.
I will say this, though, about the Bucs. We healed off. This the big time for that. You gotta come on with it. Ain't none of that shaky shit.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I think he'll have a minimum impact. I don't think he'll have a super strong impact just because, you know what I'm saying, like, if you expect him to run and you trying to stop the run, he can be stopped.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, when you ain't coming out expecting it and then hit you for a couple of them, then he'll get you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we'll see.
Now,
I don't even know how Kansas City run defense been this year statistically. Let me look that bit.
Well, one thing about Kansas City that's not getting mentioned enough, neither one of their tackles is playing. And then their center Kilgore just got put on that list with DeMarcus Robinson. Like I was saying, they ain't tested positive just yet, but they was around someone that was positive, so they are on the COVID reserve list as of now, at least.
Yeah.
So Super Bowl, who's your MVP? Who you got winning, and how much you got them winning by?
Super Bowl MVP. Obviously, it depends on who win the game. So then it just depends on which quarterback. So
I mean, we seen some receivers win.
I think Kansas City gonna win the game. I think Patrick Mahomes gonna win MVP. That just played it safe, you know what I'm saying? Unless Kelsey just goes off, but then again, if Kelsey goes off, Patrick Mahomes still gonna get credit for it. So it's like
it depends on how Kelsey goes off.
Yeah.
Like
no. Maybe it could be like, nah, it ain't gonna be that though. I about to say maybe it'd be a low scoring game and then maybe a defensive player made a couple picks or something. That ain't gonna happen. That was Kansas City.
The City getting you 20 at least. On a bad day, on a terrible day, they getting you 20. But how much you got to win it by?
I think they gonna play with them for a minute, but I think they just ultimately gonna pull away, man. I got them winning by like 10 plus. 10 plus. I got them 10 plus. That's me.
I got Kansas City by 4.
4?
I mean, taking all them factors that you just said into account. I mean, I had this days ago, but you saying what you just said earlier, it all on the head. Like the run from Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette will be key. Brady's mental will be key because it's not a defense he ain't played against or seen before. Yeah. Now, will Mike Evans show up? Maybe. Will Chris Godwin show up and actually catch passes? Maybe. So, I think next year, and I know this is a little bit off base, but next year they're gonna find a way to get Scottie Miller in their games. Like that white boy, a little something right there.
I'm trying to look for their defensive stats. I only can see. Shit, they ranked 5th in points allowed.
Mm-hmm. What about the run?
They 11th, giving up 4.5 per rush.
That's not really bad.
That's not bad. That's what I'm saying.
But
Kansas City defense ain't bad.
But on camera, it looks so bad.
I do.
It look worse than what the numbers say, bro. Like,
but not last game though, bro. They showed up, bro. In the AFC Championship game, they handled their business and moved over, bro.
Right, but it feeds into that mantra I was saying. I was like, bro, they're gonna bend over the course of a game. They're gonna bend. But the times they need to hold, they hold. Yeah. And all they gotta do is force you to kick a field goal.
Yeah, let's get to it.
You know my
Kansas City offense against Tampa Bay defense.
Man, you know my mantra. You know my stick on them.
But I think they got some money though, man. I like their defense, bro. I like Tampa Bay defense.
I do.
Bro.
Like they're young, bro. They're young.
But they quarterbacks, I don't know, bro. Tyreek Hill he different though.
He is.
Tyreek Hill different.
That whole team is different.
That Tyreek Hill different, bro. He can eliminate all that.
Yeah.
Like by the time your pass rusher get there, cause like, bro, look at the film. Patrick Mahomes, he got a tendency of like just dropping back, bro. Like sometimes he'll get a sack, but he'll drop that bitch back like 8-10 yards and give himself some space to throw that bitch and just launch.
That team is just you can't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And when they make mistakes, when they're not moving the ball, when they punting and we getting fumbles and Pat Mahomes throwing picks, you got to go down there and get 7. You can't get 3. You can't beat these people kicking field goals.
That's for sure.
Because they're not kicking field goals all night. I guarantee it.
Not all night.
You can't contain a potent offense for so long unless you're Bill Belichick.
I think it's going to be one of them things where Tampa Bay don't have to come out firing
on all cylinders.
like they did last game, bro, and just get a lead. They got to get a lead, bro. Because if they tied up at halftime, man, it's over, man.
I'm going to tell you exactly what's got to happen. Hark back to the Browns-Steelers game. The way the Browns came out swinging, you looked up, it was 28-0. That's the way it got to be.
Yeah.
You gotta push that lead so far to where there ain't no coming back.
See, what I think Tampa Bay defense gonna have to do is they gonna have to get in that cover 2. They ain't gonna have to run that 2, man. You can't run no 3 or nothing against them boys, man.
But in 2, you give up the run. You give up the run up the middle.
Man, you gonna have to give up that run, bro. You gonna have to give that up.
Well, I will tell the Bucks this, and this is my last point on it. Look here. That Davis fella, get him the fuck away from Tyreek Hill. He ain't got nothing for that nigga, bro. I'm just gonna say
they gonna have
11
they
catches.
on that scheme that you don't have to have a good game plan scheme wise. Cause it ain't no one player that can just guard him, so they're gonna have to scheme him down. But then the thing is you have Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, so it's like you can't just shut one person down. Bro.
If I had to take the lesser of 2 evils, I'll take Travis Kelce. I'll let Travis Kelce do whatever because he can't go play for play up and down the field like Tyreek Hill can.
Yeah.
And whatever game plan the Bucks had when they played the regular
Travis
season.
Travis Kelce, man, he moved them sticks, man.
He do.
And he's just so hard to. It's like every time they need to play, he just show up, bro.
But I'm saying like, would you take a nigga that's gonna take 10 catches to get downfield, or you'll take this nigga that's gonna take 1, 2 at the max?
Yeah, I get you, bro. But sometimes they got different games though, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like the same way where like Will Fuller, say he don't get hurt, he kind of that same like big play. You know what I'm saying? Not really a lot of those short plays. You know what I'm saying? But you need those during the game. You know what I'm saying? So.
It's gonna be a game to see.
I would like to see Tyreek Hill, number 1 receiver in another offense with another quarterback.
Shit, I mean, it still don't change him running hitches, running drags. The occasional screenplay.
I take a hitch.
Shit, because when they beat the Browns, he just ran a simple out route and just simple. And that's the crazy part about this game. It's like I'm not saying that he can't do these things, but you don't really see the man running post corners and posts and fades and comebacks and shit like that, man. You see that nigga running hitches, drags, screens.
Anything to create separation, bro.
Anything to get the ball in his hand quick.
Anything to create separation.
Runs. But
it's gonna be tough on the Bucks, man.
It is. It's gonna be tough. Like whatever game plan you had, because you know they played in the regular season. Whatever game plan you had defensively, throw that shit in the trash.
But I don't know, man, because I just feel like Kansas City can get got sometimes too, though. Now, like if Kansas City lose, I would not be surprised at all, bro.
Check. Everybody can get got. It's just figuring out how to get them and having the perfect pieces in place to get them.
I would not be surprised, yeah, for sure.